Hello, Steamboat. How you doing? Got a new show for your viewing. Having breakfast, just keep chewing. And with your support, we'll be cruising. Hello, Steamboat.
After all the jacks are in the boxes, and the clowns have all stacked.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick Lagorga. I'm here practicing another song for my show on YouTube, Good Morning Acoustics. You can follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Acoustics, or you can give me a like on Facebook at Good Morning Acoustics. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Steamboat is recorded live from the Chief Theater.
Hello, Steamboat. It's me, TC, coming to you from the Chief Theater on a Wednesday. It's Hump Day. And we went cocktail style this morning. I hope you guys like it. It feels good. I like our comfy chairs. Got to give a thank you to Facebook and YouTube, where we are streaming, and of course the Chief Theater, where they let us take over the stage. Obviously you see it morphs and changes. The melodrama is up and they're rehearsing, but then that goes down because today, Adventure Show. Hump Day! Adventure Show. The Steamboat Adventure Show, headlined by Kim Hess. She'll be giving you some information about her, I believe, 7 summits that she's done. And great story. I've heard Kim speak before, and as well I said, if you are interested, get to Off the Beaten Path. I believe her book is there, or maybe it's online at Amazon, but if you have a copy, bring it and come down and check her out. We've got some good stuff in the chair today. The Great American Steamboat Crane Festival is coming up, and Sandy the Crane's going to fly by, and we'll talk to Nancy Merrill as well and get some information about what they have going on. I will share with them as well. I was really scarred. Last year I was a crane festival drawing judge for the kids, and it was hard. There was some times I think we might have shattered some young artistic dreams, and it took me a while to get over that. I didn't sleep good for hours. But it was just hard because there were some kids that obviously were in the same class. They sat next to each other, and they kind of drew the same picture, you know, barn, lake, 3 birds, a dog, and some cranes, and then and a rainbow. And oddly enough, both pictures had the same thing, and we liked them, and we only picked one. So if they were back in class the next week, like, hey, I made it, ooh, I didn't, and we had the same picture, somebody's hurt. I feel bad about that. But hopefully they got over it, or they kept drawing. Maybe they added an extra bird this year. Weather-wise, what else we got going on? Hold on, no. Lowen, the brain, the L train, he's going to stop by and give me a little Nuggets wrap-up, okay? I'm here. I'm paying Nuggets homage. I got my throwback David Thompson. I went with the Starburst yellow nug lid. I think I'm pro Nugs. So hopefully Lowen will accept my humble apology. I was never bashing his Nugs. We'll see. Harvey's slam prepping for 4th of July, so he will not join us today, but we're going to grab him Monday because we'll be prepping for 4th of July. And Harv will give us a lowdown on what he's going to be doing and how his music will accompany the Laser Light Show. That'll be happening. And then we got Eugene B., the Huge. He'll be coming in to tell us a little bit about the Steamboat Adventure Show. That's going to be happening tonight. Kicking off at 6-ish. Doors open. Let me see. I got it right here. Cost $20 each for tickets. Cash bar. Portions, proceeds, benefits. Everything Outdoor Steamboat, EOS. You can check with Deb Wilson if you still need tickets. Or you can call 871-4207. Give Deb a call, and she'll help you out if need be. But I would tell you, go to steamboattoday.com/adventure show if you still need a ticket. You can do that. Weather-wise, you got some 80s today. Looks beautiful out. Probably 80s the rest of the week as well. Getting down in the low 50s. That's about it. So beautiful sleeping weather again. Maybe see some scattered showers over the weekend, but it's pretty doubtful. It's going to be pretty nice most of the weekend. So get out, enjoy it. Take care of the gardening if you need to. Walk the dog, play with the kids. As well, watch out for Triple Crown. They'll probably be around. But then sneak away and get yourself some World Cup time in if you can, because it's kicking. Can I kick it? Yes, I can. All right, so check it out. Argentina got the win. Somehow, a little messy, they figured it out, and he's staying in it. God bless him, because everybody needs a little messy in their life, right? They pulled it off. Croatia beat Iceland 2-1. Unfortunately, the Thunderclap will be leaving the tournament. They are done. Iceland, it was great seeing you. Have fun back at your regular day job. France and Denmark squared off. I believe France got the win there. They'll be going through as well as Denmark. And Peru beat Australia 2-0, and they are both out, unfortunately. It's going to be a great matchup. The round of 16 will be starting up, I believe, on Sunday. And if you haven't filled out your little World Cup bracket, you should do so, because it's a good little time. It makes all the games interesting. And I sent Rick a nice little promo video of a guy. So I think it's Josh, somebody. But he's pro soccer now, and I love it. And I think everyone else should jump on board and check that dude out, because he's kind of behind us. And you know what? He's going to get his boys playing, hopefully, and it'll work out for them. Another important note, Willie O'Ree. He was inducted into the NHL Hall of Fame, only the third African-American to ever be inducted into the Hall of Fame. It's been a long time coming, some of the hockey pundits have said, but kudos to Willie O'Ree and any of his surviving family that will be around. I think that's amazing. It's a rarity. You see that, but look at the NHL doing their thing. Baseball-wise, hey, Yankees got to win, Red Sox got to win. I don't think the Rock got to win yet, but we'll wrap that up later in the day. What else we got? The L Train, Lowen sent me a note. Annabelle Bowden, diagnosed with Alzheimer's this morning. And that's sad. I mean, Coach Bowden, I think he might have a little dementia starting up, right? No. Not yet? Bowling. Gotcha, bowling. Oh, gosh, that's even worse. All right. Well, that's a sad one to hear, but it's happening, and it's happening to a lot of the older athletes. There was a quarterback from Washington State, I think I heard just now, or last night, committed suicide, and he was a college kid, and the doctor said he had the brain of a 60-year-old man. Been playing football since he was a little guy, and that sucks, and that's sad, and a life taken way too early. He had the symptoms of CTE already, and that's quite unfortunate. So again, we're hoping the NCAA and the NFL are doing everything they can to curb these concussions and diagnose something better to delay this, or at least protect these athletes. As most of them have said over and over, they love the game and they'd continue to do it even though they know the risks. So it's a gladiator sport, and we got to at least help those guys out best we can. Hello, Steamboat. I want to give another thank you as well. If you know any of these people, or you are one of these people, thank you. Listen to this. Charlie Tish, Susie Ford, Jay Hirschfeld, Brittany Verone, Sharon Davis, Reagan Smith, Brian Cuthbert, Arlie Lay, Sarah O'Malley Sukes, and Kim Vornoff. All those people like the page. They like Hello Steamboat. So if you know them, give them a high five and tell them we appreciate it. Shoot us some notes, hellosteamboatshow@gmail.com if you got thoughts, suggestions, comments, and we'll try to mention you. If you want to know what's happening, you guys can always pick up your Steamboat Pilot in today, but what I'm really most impressed about, Mac, make sure you zoom in on this, okay? I got that dude there on the inside cover. Hey, Mom! I made the inside cover. I'm going places. Or I'm just in the paper because I'm one of the employees that work there. I just was telling you why I like it. So pick up your Steamboat Pilot today and check out my little submittal of why I like it here. Steamboat Pilot today or steamboattoday.com. You can see what's happening there as well. Merrick, can I get the cranes on? I'm kind of psyched for it. All right, hello Steamboat. Stick around. I got greatness. Nancy's here. And Sandy the crane's going to fly by. And hopefully we can get her to sit down and do a little dance. It'll be pretty exciting. Hello Steamboat. We'll be right back.
Hello, Steamboat. How you doing? Got a new show for your viewing. Having breakfast, just keep chewing. And with your support, we'll be cruising. Hello, Steamboat.
After all the jacks are in the boxes, and the clowns have all
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick Lagorga. I'm here practicing another song for my show on YouTube, Good Morning Acoustics. You can follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Acoustics, or you can give me a like on Facebook at Good Morning Acoustics. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Steamboat is recorded live from the Chief Theater.
Hello, Steamboat. It's me, TC, and we found some more greatness. Nancy Merrill, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me here this morning.
Sandy, are you with us? It's a trained crane, people. A trained crane here in Steamboat. Only you can see. Nancy, again, here we are, Crane Festival. Look, I love cranes. What's going on? Tell the people.
Well, it's our 7th year for Crane Festival, and it's taking place over Labor Day weekend.
Oh, boy.
So August 30th to September 2nd.
Okay.
And 4 days of fun events that honor the crane, honor the other natural areas of the Yampa Valley and the other birds and critters. And over 50 individual events going on over the weekend.
So I know there's some artistic painting going on, right? There's some.
Right. There's a beautiful new mural with a crane in it outside of Freshies.
Yes, that's right.
There'll be crane art in the galleries. And we'll have speakers, world-renowned speakers. New York Times best-selling book author Jennifer Ackerman is going to be one of our speakers. And Ann Lacey, who's the coordinator of research at the International Crane Foundation, is going to be one of our speakers.
How hard was it to get these people to come?
You know, they love coming to Steamboat. It's just amazing. It's not hard at all.
Sandy, you okay? Just got to check on the crane.
Mellow crane.
Mellow crane. And so
crane.
you say, hey guys, Crane Festival, you got some time, you should come. And they're like, yes.
And Steamboat, at that time of year, we're there. So they love it.
What do people do if they want to get involved or check out the events? Do they go online?
Right. There's a website, coloradocranes.org.
All right.
It lists, the whole schedule is up there now, and registration for some of the events begins July 1st. Many of the events you don't have to register for. You just show up.
Oh, excellent.
But a few of the events that are limited in numbers you have to register for, and that starts July 1st.
Okay. Different locations for them to go show up for these events, or is it one central location?
Well, our headquarters are the Budwater Memorial Library.
Perfect.
And so all the speakers will be there. We have a documentary film that's debuting about cranes in Europe. That's there. But many of the other events are all over the valley. We're doing birding by pontoon boat at Steamboat Lake.
Oh, come on.
And we're doing bird walks at Fish Creek Falls, at Cow Creek, at the Botanic Park. And then, of course, the crane viewing. Most of the crane viewing is between Steamboat and Hayden.
Okay. Now, where has your crane passion come from? What is this?
Well, I've always been interested in birds.
Okay.
And when we moved here full-time in 2001, it turns out that there were cranes on our property. And so I got bitten by the crane bug. And one thing has led to another, and now we have this wonderful festival that we have so many partners that help us with it, and it's become a big community event.
Did someone find you, or were you like, hey guys, we need a crane festival? How did this thing blossom?
Well, a group of birders had been getting together to watch the cranes in the fall every year.
Yeah.
At my house, because that's where they were. And somebody said, well, let's do a crane festival sometime. And we kind of thought about it, and nothing happened for many years.
Okay.
And then finally we got motivated, and in 2012 we initiated the first crane festival. And we were very lucky. We were able to get as our keynote speaker the founder of the International Crane Foundation, George Archibald.
Yeah.
So once George came and visited the area, he sort of put us on the map.
And didn't we have last year, because I was lucky enough to be a art judge.
Oh, yes, a coloring contest.
Coloring contest. Is that happening again this year?
Oh, yes.
Oh, man, those poor kids. They put a lot into it. I felt like we shattered some dreams last year. I told you. It was very emotionally draining.
Yes,
but
it was tough.
Didn't we have, who designed your original suit? Was it Rod Hanna's daughter? There was a daughter of someone that's a big crane enthusiast.
Oh, Heather Henson.
Heather Henson.
Okay, so Jim Henson's daughter is a craniac.
A craniac. That was the word.
She is a craniac. She loves cranes, and she does wonderful conservation work all over the world.
Yes.
To protect cranes and help cranes. And she, because puppetry is in her family, she created a whooping crane mascot that visited us.
That's what it was.
2 years ago.
Okay.
And from that idea, Sandy was born. We thought we needed our own mascot because Hope was a big hit. The kids loved Hope.
Oh, my God.
And so we thought we really needed, the Yampa Valley Crane Festival really needed its own mascot. And so now we have Sandy. And Sandy is awesome.
Sandy's amazing. And the kids, I've seen Sandy in a lot of pics. Sandy's social media page has been blowing up as well as the Crane Festival gets closer. I've seen.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
What else do we got going on? Any myths about cranes that you can squash? I know people have always asked, hey, Tony, is that a dinosaur? And I say, I don't think so.
Any myths?
Any
Well,
crane myths?
there are many, many myths actually about cranes
Sure.
that are cross-cultural. I mean, the Chinese have many myths about cranes, and we're actually having a speaker who's going to be talking about the influence of cranes on Chinese culture this year.
Amazing.
So some of the myths that, I don't know if they're true or not, they say that the souls of the departed ride up to heaven on the cranes.
Okay.
So that's one myth.
Okay. Okay.
This isn't a myth. This is a fact that cranes will mate for life.
Ooh.
Unless one of them dies or is infertile, then sometimes they'll switch.
They got to swap that,
right.
let that go. Okay.
And did you know that cranes are the oldest living species of birds on Earth? They have found fossil evidence of cranes dating back 10 million years.
Okay, so possibly a dinosaur? Maybe I was right.
Possibly a dinosaur.
I wasn't maybe wrong. Okay.
And doesn't the call sound like an echo from the past? Sort of primeval.
Sandy, one
Primordial.
more time. One more time for me, Sandy. Yeah, it does. I think I would like a crane. Is it possible to have cranes as pets?
Well, it's funny you should ask that question because one of the new events that we're having this year is a walk given by Marianne Capra, who's kind of a local, well-known storyteller.
Yeah.
And she's doing a walk about cranes and Crawford critters. That's going to take place from the library to the Crawford Mansion. There'll be a tour of the mansion. The Crawfords, the historic Crawford family of Steamboat Springs, had cranes for pets.
See?
Now, we don't do that anymore.
No,
but one time they did. Hello, Sandy. So cranes are no longer pets, but the Crawford family did have a couple of cranes as pets.
What is it about your house, your place, that makes the crane? What is it about the area that they come to or flock to or comfortable in?
It's along the river.
Okay.
They roost in the river at night.
Gotcha.
So that's one thing. It's in the middle of irrigated hay meadows and wheat fields, and they eat in those places especially right before migration, when they need to put on weight to make the migration.
Okay.
That's where they've always been. So they like to go back to the same place year after year.
When they migrate, where do they go?
They go to Arizona and New Mexico and a little bit into Old Mexico. That's our flock of cranes.
Oh.
These are Sandy is part of the Rocky Mountain flock of greater sandhill cranes.
Greater
so
sandhill
they're the
crane.
big guys.
The big ones.
Yeah.
Like when I see them flying next to me, I think dinosaur, pterodactyl.
Right, big.
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 All right. Now, the other flocks, are they as large as ours?
In size or a number?
Size and number.
Well, there are some greater sandhill cranes that are in the Midwest.
Okay.
And there are lesser sandhill cranes which are found in Nebraska.
Oh.
And they number a lot more,
Okay.
the lessers. The graders are kind of a more limited flock.
Sure.
They're only about 15 to 20,000
Okay.
here in the whole Rocky Mountain area.
Do you get around any other states? Go to any other crane
Oh,
festivals?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I got to see what other folks are doing.
What's the other great festival or crane? Can I call it a craneable?
Crane Festival?
A crane festival. What's another one that you've got that's almost as good as ours? Because I'm guessing ours is the best.
Oh, well, ours is the best.
Okay.
No question about that. But there are many, there are several that are really good. Monte Vista in the San
Oh.
Luis Valley does a crane festival in the spring.
Okay.
And they have a wonderful festival. Bosque del Apache in New Mexico does a fall one and one in November.
Okay.
And Nebraska, Kearney, Nebraska has a great crane festival. But of course, none of them are really as good as ours because
way.
we have Steamboat.
And I was going to say, out of those locations you named, we seem like the best one.
Right.
All right. Tell people again where to go if they need to find out how to be involved with Crane Festival.
ColoradoCranes.org.
Okay.
And the schedule is up there. Registration starts July 1st. Or you can send us an email if you have a question, coloradocranes@gmail.com.
Are you going to be handing these out for other people? or-
Yes, actually we have, this is some swag we're
Yeah.
handing out this year. And we also have bookmarks.
You do.
That'll have cranes on them and some crane facts. Those aren't quite ready yet, so
Okay.
I couldn't bring those.
No problem.
We know that people are going to learn a lot and have a great time, and we hope that will help us keep these birds here for our children and grandchildren.
Oh, absolutely. It's not until August.
August 30th.
So we have time for you to come back on with Sandy,
I-
maybe, right?
I would love for that. And
Sandy?
Sandy might dance, and Sandy and the crane dancers will be in the 4th of July parade.
Could you bring the dancers back maybe as well?
Oh,
Would they-
absolutely.
Can you get the cranes together this early in the morning?
They do the best in the morning. They do great in the morning. That's their best time. They're morning birds.
They're morning birds. There it is. Thank you, Sandy. You're the best. Nancy, amazing as always. I love cranes, and I hope you do too. Stick around. Hello, Steamboat. Get online if you want to be involved with the Craniacs, and we'll be right back with the L Train. We'll be right back. Hello, Steamboat. How you doing? Got a new show for your viewing. Having breakfast, just keep chewing. And with your support, we'll be cruising. Hello, Steamboat.
After all the jacks are in the boxes, and the clowns have all
What's going on, everybody? My name's Nick Lagorga. I'm here practicing another song for my show on YouTube, Good Morning Acoustics. You can follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Acoustics, or you can give me a like on Facebook at Good Morning Acoustics. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Steamboat is recorded live from the Chief Theater.
Thank you, Dr. Strange. Hello, Steamboat. It's me, TC. L Train's making a stop. Get some lubrication down the throat because you got a lot to tell me. NBA awards. Can I start there?
Yes.
We were a little... Okay. Is the timing of the awards appropriate, or has it been clarified? Those votes are cast right after the season, right? The playoffs don't go into account?
Those, yeah, the
the-
playoffs are not into account.
Not
So
into-
they're regular season awards.
Harden, MVP award, legit?
Harden, yeah,
You-
I think so. You could make a strong case for LeBron, but
Yeah.
I think that the 65-17 record for the Rockets just,
Yep.
you know, if you lead a team to their greatest season in franchise history, I think that's deserving.
MVP is
Yeah.
deserving. How about this Rookie of the Year deal?
Yeah.
Are you okay with Simmons?
Yeah, I mean it's tough to say because Simmons was a rookie,
Right.
But he was in the NBA system for a whole nother year, which means you get training,
Yeah.
coaching,
Yeah.
and things like that. So you know it's a little unfair, but I think overall Simmons is the better player than Donovan Mitchell,
Yeah.
and Jason Tatum. So I think he was deserving of it.
Do you? I mean, even with as far as Tatum went, though, you still think you put him up Simmons above Tatum?
Yeah, I mean Tatum, we saw him shine in the playoffs,
Yeah.
but when Kyrie Irving was still in the game and Tatum wasn't getting as much time because they didn't really know what
Yeah.
he could do yet. Like we said, it was a regular season award, and his regular season wasn't extremely spectacular. I think he
Sure.
averaged like 13 a game.
Yeah.
So
And because I heard someone talking about why Simmons, if he only had that 1 point in a playoff game, he led his team to the playoffs. Could we say that?
yeah,
Right. So
Yeah.
that's legit. I like
yeah,
that.
he's I've said it before. I'm hot on Ben Simmons. He's a generational player. I
Yeah.
think that we'll see him dominate for a long time.
Okay. The Coach of the Year. Can you shed some light on what the heck happened for that for the people who maybe didn't watch the award show? Who won?
Was it Brad Stevens?
No.
Oh, it wasn't
The
Brad.
guy
Stevens.
from the Pistons, right?
Oh no, yeah, Dwayne Casey. Yeah, what am I saying?
That doesn't happen, people. That was a glitch in your system.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Dwayne Casey. We all kind of knew it was he was gonna win it. Like I said, it kind of goes back to that thing. He led the Raptors to
Yeah.
their best season in franchise history,
And
and then he gets fired because of LeBron. Basically, LeBron came in the playoffs and swept the Raptors in 4. So Dwayne Casey, he addressed it during his speech.
What did he say?
He said, I got fired. That's what he said. And then he thanked the entire Pistons organization for taking another chance on him. And
Nice.
It worked full circle pretty well.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good speech.
Were you shocked that Toronto let him go?
No.
No?
I think that when you have 2 All-Stars on that team, DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry,
Yeah.
and a slew of other guys who can easily beat the Cavs in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They were the 1 seed, and you get swept in the playoffs. I think that's on the coach.
That is.
And it's the goal isn't to make the playoffs for the Raptors. The goal is to win championships.
Yeah.
Now they build their team. Masai Ujiri, their GM, has built the team up, and
Who used to be our GM, Masai, right?
correct.
Yeah. All right. The LeBron dilemma. Well,
we
where's he going?
Talk 6th man of the year.
Okay, who's your 6th man?
Well, it was Lou Williams.
Lou,
I just really like from the Clippers.
From the Clippers.
Yeah.
And he was with who in college though?
Lou
back,
Williams,
yeah.
he played with like Indiana or one of those teams.
I think you're right, Indiana. Okay. You like Lou or you like
No,
the
I'm
Clippers?
a big fan of Lou Williams.
Is he
I,
is he wasting away in Clipperland?
No, I don't think so. He's their leading scorer last year.
Okay.
So.
And then you shot me a note last night. Dad traded his son.
Well, actually, Jerry West traded.
Oh, did Doc say no? Don't trade my son.
I think so. Yeah. Austin Rivers for Marcin Gortat.
Yep.
So basically, you got two new draftees coming in for the Clippers in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out of Kentucky and Jerome Robinson from Boston College.
Okay.
So you kind of need to make room for those two because they're going to end up playing a lot.
They are.
So you clear out one of the vets, make some cap room. Get Marcin Gortat, who it could be the center if DeAndre Jordan ends up leaving come free agency.
You shot me that note, Jordan. Where do you think DeAndre?
I think that big potential suitor is Dallas Mavericks. Mark Cuban's been a fan of him for a while.
He tried to get him there, right? Had a little.
And Dirk is withering away, so we kind of need a plan for this future.
And they have who's their new guard?
They have Dennis Smith Jr. from last year.
Yep.
And then this year they got Luka Doncic.
Yep. Okay. So Doncic, maybe Jordan. That could work for Dallas.
Dennis Smith Jr. and Luka Doncic that's going to be
That'd be
a great
good
one
backcourt.
too. Yeah.
Okay. I sported my Nuggets gear for you today to do my peace offering. I heard MPJ. That's my new guy, right? Michael Porter Jr. Heard him on the radio this morning. And he's a level-headed, smart kid. I hadn't heard him speak. I hadn't heard him say anything yet. And he said he's got no problem with people passing on him. He understood about that. And now he gets to prove all those teams wrong.
Yeah. I mean, that's usually how it goes. You're regarded as one of the top 3 prospects, and you get passed down to 14. I think you're going to play with a chip on your shoulder. Mm-hmm. So it's exciting to see. And
he's psyched. He was here. He's still here in Denver, getting ready to head home today. Met some of the teammates. They're all psyched. Coach is psyched, ownership is psyched, and you told me we've got a good squad. We don't even need to use him right away. You feel comfortable with what we have, and we can make a nice little run in our playoffs, be a high seed next year.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
In the West.
In the West.
Give me the top 3 in the West next season. Who's it going to be?
I'm going to say Golden State, Houston.
This 3-4 is going to be tight.
3-4 is going to be tight. You could get Portland in the mix up there.
Yeah.
New Orleans is going to be in the mix there.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of Boogie?
No, because they had an MVP candidate. The MVP race, AD was in there. It was AD, LeBron, and Harden.
Okay, so they said they want to keep Boogie.
Yeah, they want to, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he's set to be a free agent next summer. He's going to need a big contract. And
Achilles, though, right?
They're getting ready to extend Anthony Davis's contract. So,
don't think we can keep. They can keep both.
I don't know if they have enough for 2 max slots. I know how much cap they have. They're pushing $150 million, but that's probably not going to get it done.
Explain the cap to people who have no idea what that means.
Explain cap?
Yeah.
So it's basically in the gist of it for non-basketball fans. It's basically how much a team can spend. Because most of these teams have owners who are worth billions of dollars,
right?
And so if you didn't have a cap, teams could just go out and say, "I'll give you so much money." Yeah. It would be ridiculous because the owners could be paying out of pocket too. So if by putting a cap on, it makes it a bit more fair.
Sure.
Makes it so all of the teams can kind of afford somebody.
Do people go over the cap though occasionally?
Yeah, you can go over the cap.
And what happens?
If you go over the cap, then you're forced to cut your roster even more.
Yeah.
You can also get a fine, too. It's called tampering.
Yeah.
But, that rarely happens with good GMs. Shout out Daryl Morey.
That's the guy.
Executive of the year.
He got it.
Rockets.
I think you called that one, too.
I called most of them.
You did. Yeah. LeBron James, okay, if we're episode 53 and if people go back in history, where's he going to go? L Train is about to tell you.
It's... First of all, he wasn't at the NBA Awards.
He didn't show.
Which is funny. It's good. There's really, we're going to find out by Friday whether he opts in or out of his $24 million 1-year contract.
And that means, hey, guys, I'll stay for 1 year, and then I'm out?
Yeah, exactly. If he opts out, he can still re-sign with the Cavs, but they're going to need to max offer him, and they don't have $250 million to spend. LA does. Houston could swing it if they got rid of some players. They could swing it. Boston has the assets to make it happen. We're gonna have to see what Kawhi does, because Kawhi has to opt in or out of his contract too. He has to decide that pretty soon with the Spurs, and there's a lot of people saying that he's going to LA.
Yeah.
So if the Lakers can land Paul George and or Kawhi Leonard, I think LeBron's going along with them. Otherwise, his family's in Cleveland right now. We can expect him to stay there.
Paul George, what do you think about Paul? Is he you liking or you here in LA?
Yeah, he's the one that's kind of like almost a done deal.
Okay. Chris Paul in Houston, is he a lock?
Yeah, I think so. The one thing about Chris Paul is his family is really good friends with the James family, so
excuse me,
that could kind of influence his decision.
Okay, and then did you mention Philly? Does Philly have any chance at all?
Philly does have a chance. Ben Simmons and LeBron, they've been friends for a while now.
Yeah.
Same agent at Clutch Sports.
Okay.
Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid have done a lot of recruiting for him. If he ended up in Philly, it wouldn't be a huge surprise, but I mean, they're a great young team, up and coming.
Yeah.
Who LeBron's not going to have to carry. So
good point.
It's definitely a possibility.
Can LeBron help Ben Simmons, or would it hamper his game?
No, absolutely. I think that LeBron is basically an older Ben Simmons, an older, more experienced Ben Simmons. You can make the argument that in this time in his career, Ben Simmons is probably more talented than LeBron James was.
Okay.
When he came into the league in 2003, I think that's a definite. LeBron was same build, same everything, 6'10", 270. That's what Ben Simmons is. He didn't necessarily have the point guard skills though, the ball handling skills. I think the Ben Simmons, you can make that argument easily. So I think that learning from LeBron, though, it'll definitely make his game better.
And then no one seems to even talk about the guys who won the title. Are the Warriors just going to keep doing what they do? Is everything good on that?
Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson, both free agents, both expected to re-sign.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not worried about anything right now. They're in a dream situation. Because what usually happens in free agencies or with the cap, and the Warriors, let's not forget, do not have a lot of money to spend. Those guys like that usually leave, but the fact that they've created a winning culture there, they want to stay for less money.
And one more thing with Cleveland, what's Love do? Does he have to just sit and wait and see what happens?
Kevin Love is interesting. So basically, I think he's got like a year left on his contract, which means he can ask for a trade if LeBron leaves, because he does not want to be there. Trust me. As the only guy on that Cavaliers team.
Does anyone want to be there if LeBron's there?
If LeBron's gone, you mean?
Or if he's gone, Yeah,
I think that, Colin Sexton, their new draft pick, point guard out of Alabama, I think he's ready to kind of take over the city. They're going to be, if LeBron leaves, they're bottom barrel.
Done.
Like, one of the 5 worst teams in the NBA.
Wow. There you have it.
They'll go from 45 wins to, like, 17, 18, 20. Like Suns and it's
all right. That's it. The L Train, wrapping it up. I'm good. And you huddling today?
Yeah.
A little barley?
Yeah, I think so.
Beautiful. All right, you guys. Stick around. Hello, Steamboat. I got Eugene B., the huge Steamboat Adventure Show is in the building, and we're going to find out what the heck's going on. Hello, Steamboat. We'll be right back.
Hello, Steamboat. How you doing? Got a new show for your viewing. Having breakfast, just keep chewing. And with your support, we'll be cruising. Hello, Steamboat.
After all the jacks are in the boxes, and the clowns have all
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick Lagorga. I'm here practicing another song for my show on YouTube, Good Morning Acoustics. You can follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Acoustics, or you can give me a like on Facebook at Good Morning Acoustics. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Steamboat is recorded live from the Chief Theater.
Hello, Steamboat. It's me, TC, and more greatness here in the Chief Theater. Eugene B., how are you,
Hi
buddy?
guys, good. Tony, how you doing?
I'm doing great. What's going on? You got a little adventure thing you want to tell people about?
Yeah, we got this adventure showcase tonight at the Chief, actually, right here where we're
here?
standing. Yeah,
Wow.
right here.
Chief let you come in here to do this?
Yeah, they do for some reason. I got to slip in the back door.
Always.
Can't slip through the security
Don't let 'em
guards
see
up
you.
front. Yeah, exactly. They wear a fake mustache or something.
So what's going on? We did it last year, right?
Yep, did it last year. It's the third year running. So it's an annual event now. It kind of coincides with the release of the summer issue of our Steamboat Living magazine.
Okay.
And it's kind of just a pretty cool compilation of, I mean, there's a lot of adventurous people that live here in Steamboat, as we all know.
Yes.
And they're always out there every year doing these pretty wacko adventures, you know, from whether it's biking across the Baja Divide or traipsing across Antarctica or
And
whatever.
you're including yourself in this crazy crew.
Yeah, whenever I can sneak out from the little lady and the kids, the urchins back home. But I try to get out there every once in a while and do something myself. And this is just kind of a best of compilation of that. And then, you know, so we feature some of those in the magazine, but then we also invite some of them to come give a presentation here at the Chief.
How do you determine who comes, or do they ask, hey, Eugene, can I come talk at the Chief?
You know, a lot of it is, you know, well, this year we moved it to the summer, so it's a little tougher because a lot of it is, all right, are they here?
Oh, good point.
Everyone's rallying out and about, doing their own adventures again. So, you know, we have, I don't know, 10 or 15 of these adventures we compiled in the magazine, and I reach out to most of them and say, hey, you guys around this day? If so, do you want to present, a short little 10-minute presentation on your trip? We'd love to have you. And, you know, at this time of year, you know, about half or whatever are available.
Sure.
And then the other, you know, a couple maybe don't want to do it. They might be a little gun shy or whatever.
Really?
And then other people are. And so this year, I mean, we have a pretty good lineup, keynoted by Kim Hess.
Awesome.
Who we all know her, you know, just finished climbing the 7 summits, you know, highest peak on every continent. So she's going to anchor it this evening. So, I mean, I'm going up there and talking about some little paddling trip I did in Croatia or something.
See, right there, don't do that. Some little paddling trip. Tell a little bit of what you did.
Well, that was, I went to Croatia. I got a buddy out there who's trying to start up kind of an outfitting service over there in war-torn Croatia and introducing adventure travel to that country. And it's a beautiful spot right in the Dalmatian Islands, which is this chain of, you know, 1,000 islands in a 250-mile in the Adriatic Sea, 250-mile run. So we just kind of island hopped there, paddling for like 5 or 6 days, eating octopus by night and other cephalopods, squids included in that.
Is that fried or sauteed?
You know, God, it was. Well, I ordered this squid on a plate once, you know, and I was thinking this calamari, you know. Actually, I ordered calamari.
Yeah.
And you know, my daughter loves that. You get it at Tap House or something here.
Yeah.
It's good. And,
yeah, a little
but
dipping
it didn't
sauce.
look anything like that. It looked like something out of Jules Verne. You know, this thing just took my whole plate up, you know, with the tentacles head and everything. And
do you have to cut?
Yeah, you got to cut it all up and stuff. And
is there a spicy sauce?
There was some sauce in there, yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
gosh.
So, I mean, here I am. My adventure was like, how do I cut this cephalopod, you know? And Kim Hess is like in 100-mile-an-hour winds on
Yeah.
top of Everest.
So she headlines and you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Understandable. Anyone else you want to share that's going to be speaking?
We have Mike Loomis from Moots and Bob Congdon, a friend of mine. They this winter they did a bike trip down the Baja Divide, which is this 1,500. They did like 700 miles of this Baja Divide mountain bike trail from kind of Encinitas all the way down towards Cabo. So super cool along the spine of Baja. This other guy, Jimmy Howe, hard guy. I mean, I don't even belong in the same room as this guy. Biked and hiked like 50 14ers. Biked to all the trailheads and then hiked all these things from California to here. I mean, total hard guy. What? I mean, he was probably just eating dehydrated squid while I had the real thing over in Croatia. Wow. Of course, I'm giving my talk on that.
Yeah.
We have Ginny Lay from the library.
Oh, yeah.
She did a great trip down to the Galapagos. So she said she's not here, but she sent in a little video.
Oh, nice.
Of her swimming with sea lions and all that stuff, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
And then what else we got? Then, of course, Kim Hess,
Yeah.
anchoring it, and she's going to be the keynote. Hers will run a little longer. She's the last presenter today, and really excited to see her talk.
Does Kim get sponsored? Because that girl, she seems like she's gone climbing somewhere big.
She tries, but it's a lot of work and financial obligation for her as well. I mean, she kind of raised all the money for these trips herself.
Okay.
Worked hard, busted her butt here to save up for it.
Yep.
And, then you got to fly to Antarctica, you got to fly to Australia, you got to fly to Nepal, you got to fly to Russia. It's a lot of expense for all these.
And all the gear.
Yeah, and all the gear and the time, and so hats off her. And Everest, of course, took her 2 attempts. The first time she couldn't make it is when that earthquake.
The earthquake,
hit over there.
and she survived it.
I just don't know does that girl ever rest?
That's what I'm saying.
Get that one?
Ever rest?
Yeah,
oh, huge!
Ching.
Ching. Yeah, she's amazing, and the fact that people do back her because they then get to hear about her adventures, which are spectacular.
Yeah. And I think she's trying to, I believe, to launch a little speaking circuit and that sort of stuff, and she should, because she has a great story to tell, overcoming obstacles. In her story in the magazine, she talks about kind of doing this for the underdogs out there, showing that everything is possible. Yeah, you put your mind to it and that sort of thing. So.
Steamboat the Steamboat Living magazine will be available here for people.
Yep. Yeah, just hot off the press.
Okay. Smoking hot.
So it's a pretty good issue. It's got a feature on our own Hall of Gear here, Peter Hall and those guys.
Really?
What they're doing with their company. It's got something on Verve Culture,
nice.
Jackie Lewis and Jules Vertree.
Oh, yes.
They're the old Australia
Steamboat Connection,
So now they launched a new venture. It's got a story in there on our own NHL goaltender just moved to town, Curtis McElhaney. I don't know if you know him.
What?
Yeah, he's a backup goaltender for Toronto.
Yeah.
And he lives in Steamboat now. Bought a house. His family's here. And
you didn't know either, Chief?
Yeah,
yeah. Carrie Shea, what's up?
Yeah, he's. I played drop-in with him a couple times.
Really?
Haven't put it past him yet.
He's playing in the goal.
Yeah. Well, because he played last summer for a little bit, and then he had to. They left for training camp like August 15th or something. So he's been, so now he's kind of coming back now that it's summer, and they got knocked out the first round this year, I believe. So.
Well, when you reach out to him, you tell him to call Hello Steamboat because we're going to need a hockey talk
you
with
should.
him. For sure.
Yeah, get him down here.
I need to hear what's going on the ice. Tell people where to go if they want to get some tickets.
Tonight it's Chief Theater, and it is getting close to being sold out, I think, because they've been selling tickets for the last week or two. So, you can check the site on the Pilot, or just show up here, and should be good to go. Doors open at 5:30. Show starts right around 6:15.
Yep.
And then should go maybe hour and a half or something like that.
$20 ticket.
Yep.
Cool.
It does, and the proceeds do benefit Everything Outdoor Steamboat.
Yeah, what's EOS? Tell people
so
what
EOS is this nonprofit started here by a guy named Matt Treadway.
Okay.
And it's just a great organization that gets local kids outside, rock climbing, backpacking, kayaking, snow camping, winter stuff. So it's, they need, all the funds they can get to get these kids out. So we're happy to help those guys out.
Awesome. $20 ticket. Steamboat.com/adventure show. Can they get tickets at the door still, though, if they're available?
Yep, should be able to if they're available, yep.
You'll know?
Yep.
I suggest you get online and get one now if you're coming. Don't risk it. Don't go Steamboat time on me here. Okay? Not 5:15. World Cup. Did you get a little World Cup in?
A little bit. Well,
Uruguay.
Freaking the Chief. He called Uruguay before it started, and they're holding.
The whole team is going to be here on the show?
I think he called them, and they may pop by. I don't know.
Well, I'll make sure to free my chair up if they come in.
What are you watching? Did you get a game?
I've been watching a little bit, of course. I'm giving my talk tonight on
Yeah.
Croatia, which upset Argentina, right?
They did.
In the first round of group play. So hats off to those guys for that.
And I think they made it through.
I think they made it through too. Yeah.
They won their group, so
I'll give them a little nod.
Okay.
I don't know who's going to take it though.
Messi got it. They made it through. Argentina made it through.
Yeah.
Surprising.
So they had, well, I don't think it's surprising they made it through.
Yeah.
It's surprising the slow start they got off.
Good point. And how about Ronaldo, Cristiano?
Ronaldo missing that penalty kick.
Yes, yes.
Kind of big.
Surprise.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll let you talk to Eugene about soccer tonight here if you want. Just pick his brain. He knows all things soccer as well.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, thanks for having me. See you guys
Thank you,
later
buddy.
tonight. Yep.
Hello, Steamboat. We'll be right back. America, am I shutting it down? Sweet. We're done. It's hump day. Staley's going to be down here. Are you helping with tech with this thing, bud? Woo, woo, woo. DJ Stale's in the building, the chief. It's kind of an obnoxious hump day crowd, but thank you guys for sticking around. If you got thoughts, comments, suggestions, hellosteamboatshow@gmail.com. Mom, I'll send you a copy of the paper. I'll autograph it for you. Have a great day.